Hallo meine Freunde der Sonne and welcome to this new YouTube video. I have often asked myself how to explain to my American friends and my host family what the German Abitur is and what I will be doing after my exchange year, and I was never really able to explain it, so that's what I will be trying in this video. So lean back, relax, and try to bear with me. Let's go! So basically, the German Abitur is the final and highest education diploma you can get at the end of high school. But let's start from the beginning and let's break it down. So after 4th grade, so after you finish elementary school, there are 3 options what you can do after. You could either go to the Hauptschule, which is like the lowest education you could get, that's why it's only until 9th grade. Or you could go to the Realschule, which is like the second highest education, it would only be until 10th grade. Or you could go to the Gymnasium, which is like the highest education you could ever get, and do your Abitur. And that's what I am doing. And I definitely regret that decision sometimes. And if you want to know more about the other school systems and the German school system in general, let me know in the comments and I'll do a video. The qualification phase starts in 12th grade and goes up until 13th grade. As soon as you're in 12th grade, the qualification phase for the Abitur starts. You're also now in the Oberstufe, which is just technically the final phase of high school. And when you're in 11th grade, you're also already in the Oberstufe, but everything you do in 11th grade doesn't count yet, so we leave that out. But anyways, let's go back. So as soon as you get into 12th grade, every grade that you will get on your written exams or every oral mark that you will get will count into your final mark of your semester, which will then count into your Abitur. So technically everything you do now counts. Everything. Well, anyways, on average you are in 10 classes and 2 of them are your advanced classes. But I will tell you more about them later. So in each class you have to at least write 1 exam, and in your advanced classes you have to write 2 exams. That leaves you with 14 written exams per semester. You might think now that probably some of them are multiple choice or maybe all of them. No, they are not. Every exam is handwritten. And for every exam we get 90 minutes. Yeah, and on average you usually write about 700 to 800 words. Let me give you an example. Okay, let's imagine now we are writing an exam in German class. We are writing about a book in this exam, and since we are writing about a book, our teacher has given us an excerpt from a dramatic scene between 2 main characters. The first task is always about comprehension and structure, and we have to summarize something. Feel free to pause the video here and read the example tasks that I have given. Second task is usually the analysis, and then the last task is usually about that we have to think ahead. Well, since we wrote that exam now, we have to look at how the grading system works. So in the Oberstufe, we do not do A, B, or C, we do points, where 15 points are the best and 0 is the worst. But as soon as you're under 5 points, you have to even that out with another class, or you will fail. Oh, by the way, and if you have a 0 in any of your classes, you can just pack your bags and leave, because then you're done. Like, no Abitur, done. Well, let's talk about the advanced courses, which are called Leistungskurse in German. I hope you were able to follow me until here. If not, I'm sorry, Germans are just complicated. As soon as you're in 12th grade, you can pick your 2 advanced courses. It can be art, it can be math, it can be biology, chemistry, English, or PE. You cannot choose any combination you'd like, but that's way too complicated and it's not that deep. Well, I picked art and English as an example, and I'm very happy with them. Oh, and by the way, the grades you'll get in your advanced courses count double. So it would be smart to pick those classes where you're best at, and which you obviously like the most. Well, then time starts to fly. After reading a bunch of books, writing a lot of exams, having to do a bunch of homework, and doing presentations and whatsoever, which usually leaves you looking like this after, you know that you are not done yet. Because at the end of 13th grade, you have your final exams. Oh, by the way, if you didn't collect 300 points until then, you don't qualify for the Abitur and you can start all over again. The final exams consist of 3 5-hour exams and 2 oral exams. You need to do 2 written exams in your 2 advanced courses, and if the combination is allowed, you can pick 1 more class of your choice in which you would like to take your written exam. Then there are the other 2 oral exams. You can also choose your classes if the combination allows it. Oh, and by the way, math and German is a must. Oh, and you might ask yourself now, what are we writing about? We don't know. It can be anything we did in those last 2 years. That means we need to know everything we ever did in class of the last 2 freaking years. By the way, you cannot have 0 points anywhere in your exams, because if you do, you don't have your Abitur, and the last 2 years were a freaking waste. I'm not kidding. And you need to collect at least 20 points in your final exams in total in order to graduate. And if you don't, you're done too. Well, if you did pass, good job. Senior class usually has a graduation party afterwards. And yeah, you finally done it. I'm currently still dreaming about that, but I still have 1 more year to go. Well, I hope you understood this so far. And you now know what the German Abitur is. Well, thank you for listening and see you in the next video. Bye bye.